Welcome to Mishna Salem Sukkah Perek Mishna Dalet. Over here in this Mishnah, I'm going to discuss building a sukkah with trees as the walls, right? So last Mishnah we said you're allowed to go ahead and build a sukkah on top of a boat, right? You want to go ahead and build it on, you go on a cruise, you go ahead and build a sukkah over there. But I failed to mention over there, right? But the point over there is it needs to be able to stand through the wind. Now it doesn't need to stand through the wind of an ocean, which is much stronger, but it needs to withstand the wind of the land, right? In order for it to be a sukkah kshira. So now, ben ha'ilanot. If a person goes ahead and builds a sukkah in between trees, v'ha'ilanot defanot kshira. And if these trees are its walls, then this is a sukkah kshira. Now, this is on two conditions. One is that these trees are thick enough, strong enough that they could go ahead and they won't be swayed from the wind, right? The walls need to stand through the wind. And secondly, you need to go ahead and fill the space in between the tree trunks with, right, or the tree branches, the tree trunks with other branches and straw, right? So it really stands still and doesn't get blown by the wind, because we have an important rule, and that is right? If it's a partition, right, mechitza, that cannot withstand a regular wind, ruach mitzuya, right, a very common wind, then it's not considered a mechitza, right? So the walls always need to withstand the wind. That's why actually you'll see a lot of people when they have the sukkah that's made out of the fabric, right? That's something that would that sways in the wind. So a lot of times you'll see them putting these strings going across the bottom, right? And each string is less than 3 tefachim, one from the next, right? Which makes it lavud, right? Which makes it like a solid wall, and that really forms the wall of the sukkah instead of relying on the curtain as the wall itself. So you'll see a lot of people do that, and that's the reason behind it. Now the Mishnah continues, and he speaks about shluchai mitzvah. A person goes and he's traveling for a mitzvah, right? Shluchai mitzvah, right? A person's going on his way from mitzvah. He's going to visit someone sick. He's traveling, bikur cholim, nichum avelim, whatever it may be. He's on a mission to perform a mitzvah. Peturim min sukkah. These people are patur. They're not obligated in the sukkah. They can eat outside the sukkah and whatnot. Cholin umsham shehen. Right. By the way, right? Because we have a principle. Ha'osek ba-mitzvah, patur mina mitzvah, right? It's an important rule to remember. If someone is mitasek, right? He's performing one mitzvah, he's patur from another mitzvah. Now the Mishnah continues. Cholin, right? If someone is sick, umsham shehen, right? Or those who are helping that person who is sick, right? These people are also patur from the sukkah. And this person who's sick, even if it's a tiny, minor sickness, right? Very light illness, whatever it may be, he's also patur from the sukkah. Right? The last part of our Mishnah, the person's allowed to eat and drink with temporarily, right? A light eating outside the sukkah. Rambam defines this and says he's eating a small amount and he's not mitkaven, he doesn't have kavanah for it to be a seudah. Rather, he just wants to go ahead and just release some of his hunger, right? So he's allowed to go ahead and do that. Now, Harabab has this Mishnah continue, but most prints have this as a separate Mishnah, so we're going to do that in the next recording.